What's up, my wonderful peeps? So the time is now and the place is here. Yeah, man. West Indies earlier today named their 15-member squad along with 4 players that, will be reserve players that will be taken to the T20 Cricket World Cup for 2021. And I must say, some interesting names. We have some interesting names in the mix. We have some names that didn't make it for whatever reason. So we have all of that to discuss in this evening's live. So as you come on, I'm just gonna go ahead and hit that subscribe button. If you have not yet subscribed, also give the video a like. All right. So all of those things, my viewers and subscribers, just give me a minute, guys. All right, we know the Jamaica Tala was playing, so I want to try and see if I can get it up and running in the meantime. So Blackwood is saying that JT batting first, 14 runs from the first 4 balls. All right, not bad at all, not bad. Ashish Nera said Andre Fletcher must be a lucky charm for West Indies. Contact 20 said this is a good squad overall, but the fitness test from Narine, Odin, and Shepherd is horrible. And I would have to be there to witness that fitness test to know that somebody like a Sheldon, Odin Smith and a Shepherd fail a fitness test and certain other people pass it. I would have to be there to actually believe all of that. You understand? But all in all, it is definitely a good squad. It is a good squad. Blackwood is saying the Jamaica Tala was batting first 14 without loss of the first 4 deliveries. So we're gonna be zooming in on that squad. Hopefully later on we'll have a couple of persons coming on the panel to have a talk with us. Right? Moses said, will West Indies play that tri-series with Australia and Afghanistan? Well, I said that they were working on it. I'm not sure. A couple of the players will have to play in the IPL, so maybe they can name a different team. I don't know. Winston is saying Rutherford didn't make it. Remember, he had burst a webbing a webbing. So I am thinking that even if so be the case, the World Cup is a little way from now. It's easy thing that for them name him in the squad and get that stitched up, and in no time he would be good to go. But I guess that would have just been an excuse not to bring him. All right, so that would be an excuse to not to bring him. Yeah, man. So they left out Rutherford. Jacob said, "Good night, Sports to the Bone. Everything good over there. 15 players have been picked from the squad. What I post on Facebook, I am 100% behind this squad." All right, boss. Contact 20 say, I doubt a first team squad will play. Yeah, in that tri-series, I think he's talking. Quincy say, great squad except for Bravo. I can name 10 players that deserve it. No way on earth Bravo should have made that squad. Blackwood say, Darren Bravo has not performed well enough to grab a place over Rutherford, Hemorrhage, etc. Gabriel say, what's the reason for Narine? I guess they are saying he failed a fitness test also, but I know that's not the reason. That's not the reason. Quincy say, contact Quincy say, Quincy, at least 15 players deserve it over Bravo. Winston say, yeah. From now, how Ravi make this team, we just can't see. Well, Ravi Rampal I think is the leading wicketkeeper in the CPL. So I guess they took him based off his experience and prior experience and what he's doing now. But Bravo definitely should not have made that squad. All right. Next comment say, let me hear your first 11 sports to the bone. Jacob say, how Oshe, as we go along, I will give you that, man. Jacob say, how Oshe and Thomas get picked? Contact 20 say, I hate to say it, but Bravo links get him into the squad. It is there for everybody to see. And the funny thing, if a batsman get injured, Bravo is who they will draw for. Ashish Nera say, I am happy that the experience of Ravi Rampal has been rewarded. Like it happened with me in 2016, and I was in the team of the tournament. All right, Mr. Ashwin that played a lot of cricket for his team. Akim said fitness test is just an excuse. Yep. Lee said all who play in the CPL could have played. Next comment said, don't understand the selection of Bravo with his mediocre performances. Performances. O'Shane Thomas is good, but to take him at such a tournament of this caliber is perplexing. Laven said, did O'Shane Thomas get picked? Yeah, O'Shane Thomas is there. Contact 20. Yep. Blackwood said Narine is quite fit and doing well for franchise cricket, but not West Indies. It is obvious that Narine is not interested to play for West Indies. Jacobs, you can't complain at the selection if West Indies don't win the World Cup. Quincy say Thomas is a questionable pick too. Yeah, he's not yet up to par. Bowling quick, but not yet up to par. Contact 20 say exactly. He simply doesn't want to play for West Indies. It's sad. All right. Next say overall the biggest blow is the exclusion of Rutherford. All right. Let's give me a second, guys. All right, sorry about that, peeps. Just because the game is going on, I had to go and turn on the TV and get the remote and thing. All right, but don't worry yourself, man. We're going to be talking about the squad. I just want the game to be running in the background. All right, so Gabriel says swap Thomas for Akil in reserves. But that would be a pace and a spin. I still know Akil Hussein deserve a slot in the 15. Lovin say O'Shane is part of the 15, right? Yeah, man, let me just pull it up back here, so. Soon pull it up. We say really don't know how Darren Bravo make the team, but I guess Pollard make the push for him over Rutherford. And if that is so, then it would be very, very sad. Very, very sad if that is the case. I understand. If that is the case, all on the peeps, camera go on that thing. That would be very, very sad if that's the case. Winston say, true, Jamal, that's the biggest blow, Rutherford, yep. Quincy say, I hope someone question Pollard about the Bravo pick. Well, Pollard and a selector still. Next one say, my 11 player for the first 5 games, Lewis, Gale, Simmons, Chase, Poor, and Pollard, Russell, Bravo, Allen, McCoy, Hayden Walsh, Jr., and Rampal. So Jacobs, you mean to tell me that Chris Gale made that team over Shimran Hetmeyer? Is your team still in us? I'm not disputing a team. I just want to have a conversation. Hold on, the peeps. The camera kind of drop down every minute. All right, good. I just want to have a conversation. I'm not disputing your thing. All right. Lovin say, I want to know if Akil Hussein is part of the squad. Akil Hussein is in the reserve. So they have 4 players in reserve. Akil Hussein is there. Moses say, why is Edwards not in the squad? Another 6 there by, who is that? Kenner Lewis. Fidel is not there because I think Rampal and O'Shane Thomas and those guys would have taken more wickets than him. And they are thinking that with all the all-rounders, Russell and Bravo, they maybe wanted an extra batsman. I don't know. Moses say, why is Ed? Okay, that is the same question. Humble say, what rationale did the selectors come up with for Darren Bravo inclusion? Sports to the bone. Did you see anything that warranted selection? Nope. Not at all. It should not be there. Not at all. Blackwood, 29 without loss. It's actually 41 now. 41. The Tala was batting first. They are 41 without loss of 2.2 overs. All right. Lovin say, why didn't Akil Hussein get picked? Akil Hussein is in the reserve. He's in the reserve. Blackwood say I would play Cottrell over Thomas. Yeah, man, Cottrell have more control. It's just that after the first 2 overs, you don't must get anything from Cottrell. Clark say I say give Universe Boss 1 game. A World Cup after all, he is one of the T20 biggest stars. All right, boss, I hear you. Yeah, Fidel have pace, yes, but having pace and not being able to take. Batsman are really afraid of pace these days, you know, you want penetrative pace. Gabriel say, what do you think about Gale batting 3? We cannot afford to do that at World Cup for me. Gale must open or not play. Gale must sit on the bench. Contact 20 say, Fletcher is a lucky man. No other wicket keeper did better than him. What I say? Oh. Quincy say, what's your thoughts on Odin Smith? I would have Odin Smith is a very good player. Right now, it's just that I would almost say that I would select Odin Smith over Thomas. Based on his control, he's taking wickets, you know, he's bowling at the same pace. I guess they are thinking that if Thomas gets it right, then he might produce some unplayable deliveries. But Odin Smith is a good cricketer. Clayton say, while I have no issues with the team generally, it is baffling to me as to how Darren Bravo could make the team in any capacity. In Bravo could make the team in any capacity, while someone like Rutherford miss out could only be a friend thing. But it is there for everybody to see still, you know. Moses say, I want St. Lucia to win. Oh man, Talawas need to win. Blackwood say, Gale is a reserve for me. They can make him relax until the last game. They make him play that much and give him a farewell. Exactly. Lee said it have a lot of them make in the CPL, but it's only Bravo you all seen. Say it have a lot of them make in the CPL, but it's only Bravo you all seen. Mr. Lover say Rutherford, Smith, Narine fail fitness. Yep, that is what they are saying. That is what they are saying. Blackwood say K. Lewis is doing well. Yeah, Kenar Lewis. Contact say Obed. Odin Smith is showing us his powers with both bat and ball. Yeah. Quincy say I wish Shea Hope would have knocked at that door. If Shea Hope did as well as Rastan Chase did, you know, they would have selected Shea Hope. Loven says so Obed McCoy didn't get picked. Obed McCoy is there, man. Are you guys not seeing the squad that I put out today? I actually did the video. I uploaded the video about 2 o'clock today or 3 o'clock, somewhere thereabout, and I went through and mentioned all the players that were selected. He's there, man. So Kenar is angry he was omitted over Bravo as he is smashing it. I think Romario Shepherd is right now is very, very angry. I saw where I posted on Facebook, you know, I posted a quote saying something, you know, I will have to post it. I don't want to misquote it. Something, but you can know he's referring to the fact that he did not get selected. I did not get selected. Contact 20 say, yes, McCoy is there, of course. Yeah, man, McCoy is there. Harrison says, Sported Bone, can you explain to us what is O'Shane Thomas doing at the World Cup? In my opinion, what's his name? Odin Smith could have made it over O'Shane Thomas. So those are the 2 picks that I start to have some issue with. O'Shane Thomas and Dwayne Bravo. Dwayne Bravo shouldn't even be on the plane. Levin said, did Cottrell get picked? We'll go pull up back that squad there, you know, cause hold on the peeps. Alright, so we could have give Sears a dance instead of Bravo. Obed is in the squad, yeah, man. Cottrell is a reserve, yep. Alright, Bancroft say Kenar Lewis wrecking St. Lucia Kings. Yeah, man. Blackwood say, what is your opinion on Nicholas Pooran wicket keeping? Nicholas Pooran is a good wicket keeper, you know. My problem is that he's not getting any runs. See Mackenzie just give away his wicket. So Talawas now 55 for 1. Rastan Chase getting the breakthrough. Mackenzie goes for 16 off 9. Kenar Lewis is there on 37 off 12. Yeah, man, Pooran, I don't really have a problem with his wicket. Well, every now and again he might fumble, you know, but my main issue with Pooran is that he is not giving us the amount of runs that we would want. Blackwood say Lewis is trying to break a record for the fastest 50. Yeah, 36 from 10. All right. Jacob say, yes, I am sure I will put Gale over Hetmeyer because if Gale open the batting with Lewis, I believe we can get go start with him. Hetmeyer is making the same mistake. Everything. Okay, okay, sir. All right. No man, they are 55 for one of 3.4 overs. Oh, yeah, yeah, 35 from 10. Yeah, yeah, no, contact. Alexia Bravo's selection cannot be justified and O'Shane Thomas will be easy runs. Yep, I agree. Daniel said even Odin Smith would have been a better pick than Darren. Smith hits the ball long way and bows over 90 miles. Yep. Yeah, Kaden, good night. Contact say O'Shane Thomas cannot play versus England. They will take him apart. But enough afraid of pace, you know. What batsmen are afraid of is penetrative pace and skill with the ball. Everybody have bowling machine these days. They just put the machine to 90 miles per hour. Clark is saying, bravo, bravo. Just can't understand it. I don't know, Clark. I don't know. Maybe I don't understand cricket. Yeah, contact 20, big up. Clifford say this fitness failing is just a way out for selectors. It's obvious. Moses say India is the only team in our way to win the T20 World Cup. All right. Sharif say I think in the future Odin Smith will be dangerous. Yeah man, Russell Park too. Quincy say what's the next Jason Mohammed going to make the squad? Who to tell? Probably. Harrison says, sports to the bone. I hear that Thomas is bench captain. But what I do understand is how O'Shane Thomas pass a fitness test and Smith not pass it. Finally they get a wicket. Yeah, man. People like Moses reminding you guys to like up the live. Yep. All right. Ashley Nera say Moses England are strong in T20 as well. Yep. Viva say big up yourself. It's me. Jen Boss, all right, big up yourself. Ashish Nira say Asian teams have a chance as higher quality of spinners in the ranks. Jaden Moses say England is strong, but not as strong like India. Remember, I know, guys, I'm not going back down. I had selected India and England to really do the best in this competition, but I am hoping that West Indies will be able to do something. But I can't behave as if I don't see what the India team, they are looking pretty good. So they are there. All right. So for those who want to update, the teller was 61 for 1 of 4 overs. Kenar Lewis is 43 of 14. Shamar Brooks is yet to face a delivery. So 61 for 1. And Alzari Joseph, who did not make the World Cup squad, is bowling. His first delivery is a bouncer that goes through to be taken by the keeper. Moses said England is strong, but not as strong as India. Yeah, man, the India team is looking really strong. You understand? So I am hoping that West Indies will be able to go deep in the competition, you know, guys. I am hoping that we'll be able to go deep. But, you know, there are just a couple of selections that, you know, it is really strange. And I saw somebody sent a message just now and defending Bravo. Well, they weren't outrightly defending him. You know, but is that what they are saying is, you know, we are talking about Bravo, but what about the other players? Bravo, it is so obvious that Bravo should not have been selected. It doesn't even matter if you are his brother or his sister or his uncle. Once you're a cricket loving fan and you're watching the game, it is clear to see that that decision should not have been made. I'm not saying that he cannot go over there and make runs, you know, that is not it. We are saying that based on his performances over recent times, there is no way he should have made that squad. No way he should have made that squad. Ashish Nera say, Jaden Moses, England have a powerful batting lineup till 10, so always in with a shot. All right. Blackwood say DJ Bravo and Chris Gale are about to retire. Hetty and Puran are the ones for their future, so I hope they do well. Yeah, man, we want those guys to shine. Mr. Lover said Darren Bravo, of all persons, I can't see his selection, but I hear it's because of his ability to play spin better. I'm going with them foolishness, yeah, Mr. Lover. Foolishness that. If a man can't make runs, a man just can't make runs, yeah, man. ability to play spins. Go ahead and madness. Jacob says, Sports to the Bone, how far you think West Indies team will go through the World Cup squad? Squad. For me, I am 100% sure West Indies will go into the final in the World Cup. I can bet my life. Okay, and remember that. All right, Jacobs. I won't bet my life when it comes on to West Indies cricket. But the squad is good enough to go all the way. That is what I'm going to say. The squad is good enough to go all the way. But we know how inconsistent they can be. So, you know, I won't make such a serious bet. But they are good enough to make it to the finals. Clifford said the squad is Pollard, Pooran, Bravo, Gale, Lewis, Simmons, Hetty, Russell, Allen, McCoy, Walsh, Chase, Thomas, Ravi Rampal, and the reserves, Hussein, Cottrell, Holder, and Fletcher. All right, so Clifford there just reminding us. Thanks very much. Gabriel says strongest team West Indies, Australia, India, New Zealand. I I would say that England team is a bit stronger than the Aussies, you know. Yeah. Moses says someone get Kenner out, please. No, Moses, not at all, not at all. Viva say Chase should bat at 3, Gale should not start. I agree. Quincy say Pollard Bowl face with his favoritism. You cannot win like that. Clive Light talks about the importance of being fair. This kills the team morale. I'm not sure if we are supposed to be calling out Pollard. You know, we know he's the captain and he has a lot of talk, but we need to call out the selectors, call out the coach. Call out the coach. Jacob says, Sports to the Bone, Ben Stokes afraid West Indies team. No man, Ben Stokes stopped playing from even before the World Cup. You know, he some mental problem. Daniel said, I think Ravi and McCoy will offer us great control in the power plays. I don't see O'Shane playing in the starting 11 much. Ravi will likely to take the new ball with his control bowling looks good. Yeah, Daniel, Ravi Rampal is not as quick as he used to be. But I think they will score more runs off O'Shane than Ravi. So you might be onto something. Contact said, bet my life on West Indies. maybe him no want to live too long, Contact. Quincy say, what's your thoughts on the Rampal selection? He didn't really impress me. Rampal did well in the CPL, you know. I think he's the leading wicket taker, and he did well in the 50 over tournament, the last 50 over tournament. So I guess, you know, if O'Shane Thomas can be selected, then Rampal, you know, can be selected also. Moses say, I will only have faith in West Indies for T20, but not in Tests and ODI. Blackwood say, I think Ramdin and Da Silva are better keepers than Pooran. What do you think? Pooran give away buys and miss stumping sometimes. Ramdin is a far better keeper than Pooran for sure. Da Silva is still a bit iffy because he gave away a lot of runs and buys and miss stumping in not in the last test, but I think it was in the test against South Africa. It was very poor. But Ramdin is clearly the better keeper. But I think as we speak, Pooran is better than Ramdin with the bat. So I guess they are going to be going with that. Maybe they are going to be going with a wicket keeper that will give you 40 runs and miss a one by probably. Stay humble say, I don't understand the WICB fitness test. Do they have different fitness tests for Rutherford, Smith, and different one for Gale and Thomas? Obviously, stay humble. Must be. Because I can't see those guys failing Tess and Thomas. Well, may I tell you? Contact say Quincy Sports. Quincy, I think it has been great since he returned from Kalpak. He took a lot of wickets in the Super 50. Yeah, man, he has been very good. Took a lot of wickets in the 50 over, and he's doing well in the CPL so far. Kaden said Jamaica will win tonight. All right. Ashish Nira said India have the tougher group. Pakistan, New Zealand, Afghanistan, and Bangladesh can be in it. All Asian teams in one group is an error. All right. Quincy says Sports Bone Pollard is at the selection panel. Yeah, man, he's there, but I'm saying that he's not the sole man. I hear people calling out Pollard like Pollard is the only man who pick the team. Pollard is the captain, yes, but remember the coach is there and the selectors are there also. I'm not saying that he's not to be blamed, but he's not the only man who select the team. Blackwood say proper wicket keeping is important in saving vital buys. Yeah, that is true. Yes, they are different fitness tests. Jacob say I want to ask your panelists some questions, please. Well, the link is there now. As soon as they come on, you will be able to do so. Contact 20 say Gale, Ole, and Cornwall big, so they do different fitness tests than the rest. Moses says spinners is the only thing that can spot West Indies. I think beat West Indies. Clifford say Rampal has more control with the ball and bit more experience. Yeah, man, he has a lot of control. Kenner Lewis just skied that one, the wicket keeper under it, and Andre Fletcher just dropped a dolly. Andre Fletcher just dropped a dolly off the bowling of seems to be who is bowling. Uh, soon let you know who is bowling. 74 for one. Fletcher just dropped one. But I think that should have been the catch for maybe the bowler, but Fletcher had enough time to settle under it, and he has the glove. So once you're settled underneath it, you're expected to catch it. Blackwood say Brooks not timing the ball well. Maybe not maybe not so far, but hopefully it will eventually come because Brooks is a man that can time the ball. Say it's a strong team, people. Let's rally around the team. Forget about Darren Bravo and Thomas who not even gonna get the game. Yeah, man, we Gabriel, we are rallying around the team, but we are just calling out obvious things and having discussion. Clifford say Bangladesh might surprise a lot of people. They certainly playing good cricket. Yeah, man. Contact say Fletcher dropped another dolly last night, 2 versus Guyana. Say, all right. Say Fletcher Lou don't know why he got selected too when Louis Simmons and Hetty could be backup keepers. Everybody know I'm not a big fan of Fletcher's batting already. Moses say, are you kidding me? They just put down a wicket. Yep. All right. Richard Stevens says, Sports to the Bone. Have you any views on the wide selection pool that JA International Football compared to smaller pool of talent choice that we West Indies have? With poor comes great responsibility, they have say. Well, the thing is that the Jamaica, when it comes on to what we have here in Jamaica, the pool is not that big. You understand? But at the end of the day, we have players all over the world playing. So the coaches need to get it right. You understand? Jacob says, Sports to the One, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I will not be supporting your team tonight. I will support my neighbor Caribbean Island tonight. All right, Jacob, so you're going with the next team. All right, boss, I hear you. Blackwood say, I think that Bangladesh won the under 19 World Cup. I don't remember. Ashish said, Asian teams like India, Pakistan, Afghanistan, and Bangladesh could be a group B. All right, hold on a piece. Now I forgot to turn on the fan. The place hot, man. All right, Pete. So come back. The place hot, man. We'll get some fun. Just let me know if you guys are hearing me still. Oh, look at Mr. Lover there in our waiting room. Mr. Lover, blessings. You hearing me?
Blessings.
Why, Mr. Lover, the man them pick your favorite cricketer in the squad, Darren Bravo.
Hey boy, man, gonna slaughter you on the live now.
Boy, I don't know, Bridget. I don't know Mr. Lover, but weird.
Oh, that's the most surprising of all.
Alright?
That's the most surprising selection of all.
Yeah, man, very, very surprising. I saw where he made a comment saying that they selected him because of his ability to play spin. But even if spin is bowling, if a man is not making runs and getting out, how his ability to play spin going benefit the team? This man not stand up and bat up here at that time.
Another thing, someone think them based it off of his ODI performance too against the spinners. I don't know what to say.
That man should not have been selected any at all. None at all. Right now, I haven't played competitive cricket for a period of time. And I almost, well, let me not go there. Let me not go there with my armchair self. Because all I do is sit down on the chair and talk like I am an expert. So let me leave them. Richard is here with us. Richard, blessings. You saw that West Indies World Cup squad?
I certainly did. It got the juices flowing. It got the juices flowing. But what got me really flowing was you sounded literally just a few minutes ago unusually vexed when you were in the car and actually announcing the squad. The gentleman that was left out. You had to do a double, almost a triple take.
Rutherford.
Yes, that's the gentleman in question. That's the gentleman. Can you give us? I don't know much about this gentleman, but I heard recently that he is somewhat of a talent, but I don't know much. But the way you expressed dismay, wow.
All right. This is it. Rutherford. This is his second bite at the cherry where top class cricket is concerned. His first bite in the CPL didn't go so well, but since this 2021 staging, he has been fire. I think Mr. Lover, correct me. I think he might have about 3 or 4 half centuries thus far.
Yes, sir.
About 3 or 4 half centuries. The last game, I think he was trying to take a catch on the boundary and he split a webbing, right? But that is something that can be stitched easily. And by the time World Cup come around, even if they want to leave him out, how is it that Darren Bravo has not made his age? I think Bravo is about 30 or 31. The man has not made his age. And you have a youngster making runs easily, and you leave him out. It was so shocking when I saw it. But as I said, I am no expert, so who to tell? But all I will say to you is that the youngster is talented and he has been putting in the work. Similarly to how Shepherd has been putting in the work, this young man has been putting in the work. But as I said, no expert here.
Really sad. That's really sad.
But I noticed.
Go ahead. I was going to say, what did the other panelists make of it? Are they equally as shocked?
Yeah, well, I'm shocked as well. Because you have other batsmen that are already much better. You know. Well, Rutherford is thing about. You have other batsmen. Even Lewis that's batting now for Talawas. He has been putting out some good performances, you know, and I have some other players that have been putting out some good performances. So it's really shocking, really shocking.
To be honest, guys, when I saw it, I was actually seated right here keeping a class. I was doing an online class, and when I saw the squad pop up, I was like this in front of the camera. When I just skimmed through it. And by the time I could look at it, Mr. Lover text me on Instagram, so the squad is out. I'm say, yeah man, I see it. By the time I wrap up. So I telling you guys, it was the same emotions. It's not like I was putting on any show. Because I finished the class same time and I went outside, sat in the car, and I did the video. So I wrote down the name same time, had it on a paper, and I was going through. Is when I completed the squad and I was saying, where's Rutherford? And then I looked and I saw Darren Bravo. It was weird. And I was saying, the selectors and nurses said it's obvious. It is so obvious why O'Shane Thomas is good. He has pace. He's one for the future. But I am telling you guys, Odin Smith definitely deserves a spot. Right? O'Shane Thomas is my fellow Jamaican. You understand? Well, Odin Smith is a Jamaican also. So it's not like I will fighting out when I'm putting in one. But you see, sometimes when I see certain decision, I just boil it down and say, all right. Sometimes I overanalyze things and maybe I'm not competent enough to understand that aspect. So I just leave it at that. So I listen to other people as regards to that. You understand? But it was really weird. It was really weird. You see, usually I'm not lost for words, but I'm going to leave it.
Grab some water.
Yeah. Gabriel said Darren Bravo must perform in the remaining games for TKR. Let me give you a update of the score. So Talawas currently 91 for 1 of 7.2 overs. Kennard Lewis 53 of yeah, they're not so good enough. Of 22 deliveries, it look like. Brooks 17 of 15.
No,
All right,
56.
so that is
Lewis is 56 of 23.
56 of. I'm almost certain. I'm seeing it's 23.
56.
I look at.
In
Yeah, man. I'm saying.
56.
Yeah, I'm saying 56 of 22 deliveries. You are saying 23 deliveries.
22. Right. Yeah.
Yeah, man. I know I need glasses, but yeah. So as I'm saying, guys, let us give them some props now. Generally speaking, it's not a bad squad. We have a good mixture, experience and youngsters that are expected.
But I think Hussein should be in the first 11. The thing about it, I know he was junior. Deserve a spot based on the fact that he was man of the series. But I think that Hussein is currently in form. You could put Hayden Walsh in the reserve and put Hussein in the 11.
And funny enough, Hussein.
I would like to differ on that one because they have Fabian Allen, who's the left arm spinner, right? He bowls the same thing as Akil Hussein. So that's why he was left out the 15.
Okay.
But the good thing is that the reserve is there, so I guess they can call on them at any time.
Yeah, cause Hussein is really, even for West Indies, he was really well, for international.
Usually in 50 over.
In 50 over, yeah. But generally, he has been good. He play against what is the name? Bravo made a century. What's the name?
Was it Sri Lanka? Bravo,
Sri Lanka, yeah. He made an ODI century. Yeah, he did well against Sri Lanka and right too. So Hussein has been there. Has been doing well.
He's doing good enough, but you see the mere fact that the last good memory we have at international level, where spinning is concerned, is Hayden Walsh, and we are going. Whoa, Kennard Lewis just got caught going for a boundary. So 56 seems as if who is that bowler bowling?
Aleni. That's what I think name.
Who is that guy? Aleni, who is that?
I'm not sure, no. I'll click and see.
Yeah, well, Kennard Lewis just got dismissed. So yeah, man. So I'm saying the last good memory we have at the international level where spin is concerned is Hayden Walsh Jr. And the mere fact that we are going over there, that the wickets are expected to spin, it's always good to have a good wrist spinner. You understand? And Hayden Walsh Jr. is a wrist spinner. So I would tend to agree with Mr. Lover on that point. So finally, 91 for 2, 7.4 over. Brooks 17 off 12. Kennard Lewis goes for 56 off 24. Yeah, man. But as I was saying, guys, the squad is not that bad. Bravo, this is going to be his last. Gale, this might be his last. You understand? So we are looking for some youngsters to really step up. Poor and Hetmeyer, those guys need to step up big time. Every Lewis will need to do good for us also.
Yeah, because Gale is on his way out, so we need batsmen. We need batsmen to step up.
I've got a general question for you gentlemen. In general, very general terms, when it comes to spin versus big hitters or power hitters, which camp do you prefer to be in? I remember growing up in school days playing cricket and seeing a spin bowler and watching it on TV and laughing, thinking, what is this? This guy bowling spin, he's bowling so slow. That's murder. What's going on? I have in subsequent years come to appreciate the art of quality spin, and really come to appreciate it. But what camp do you come in? Because you know that West Indies have got a lot of power hitters, and the Indians, I think they've actually chosen a pretty strong spin laden attack. What camp do you rest in when it comes to the old spin versus power hitting in general?
All right. Similarly to you, when I was growing up, well, I played cricket at school, right? And I didn't really understand the art of spinning the ball. So I was thinking that running in and bustling, and bowling, that was always the way to go. But now that I am really okay with spin, and the fact that they would have developed things like the doosra, the knuckleball, the flipper, all of those things. And if you look at the records, if you are going to look at the records, the top quality spinners would have outfoxed the power hitters more often than that. You understand? So I am Yeah. I am thinking that off the top of my head, if you look at the top spinners, not talking about people that just come and roll over them arm, you know. Top spinners, they would have outpacked the power hitters from time to time. Well, more often, in my opinion, based on what I would have seen. The likes of Ravindra Jadeja, the likes of Sunil Narine in the IPL, the likes of
Shane Warne.
Adil Rashid, Shane Warne, Muralidharan, the likes of Rashid Khan, the likes of Imran Tahir, the number one ranked spin bowler now for South Africa.
Shamsi, yeah, good too, yeah.
Shamsi, all of those guys, Richard. So we are Caribbean people, so we like to see the ball traveling over the boundary. But when it comes down to spin, I am going to have to go with the stats. Usually the mystery spinners usually get one better and the power hitters. But having said that though, you have some power hitters that are very, very good at hitting the spin. You understand? Because people tend to read the spin out of the hand very well. Some read it off the pitch. So you'll have some dominant batsmen. But I really like a classic mystery spinner. I like it. I like the art of mystery spinning. And as I said, I'm going to go with the stats. The spinners have proven to be more dominant against power hitters. If you watch the IPL, CPL, PSL, usually it is the medium pace bowlers and not saying that the medium pace bowlers are not good at the slower ball and the Yorkers, but usually they tend to get more hit than the mystery spinners based on what I can remember. I don't know what the likes of Mr. Lowe and Blackwood have to say on that one.
Spinners.
Well, well, for me, you know, growing up at school, yeah, spinners more like a joke. You know, because we are pace people in the Caribbean here, you know. So, but I think it's Molitor and Shane Warne. I think that's where spinners really started to get respect, you know. And at the end of the day, Molitor and Shane Warne have some of the, I think they are way up there in terms of the total wickets taken in their career. I think that was 800 wickets. I think Molitor had done.
Yeah, Muralidharan has 800.
Right, and Shane Warne has a lot of wickets as well. And stuff. I think, and over time, I think those guys develop those variations. I think
they're 1 and 2 respectively.
I think Shane Warne might have 700 and I don't remember 700 and yeah, Murley has 800. Yeah, I'm sure of Murley's 800, but I think Shane Warne is 700 and something. I think. Yeah, Blackwood.
Those guys were very vital. And I think they started some of the variations. They started some of the variations, and then more and more persons now are showing interest into it. Now, so till now, it's not been respected. You know, but in fact, you have to generate the pace. You know, that's the other thing. You know, you can't set your bat and knock it over the keeper head and those type of thing with the spin. You have to actually really play the spin well to get that way. So I think the spinners really have the advantage that way versus a pace that they cannot knock it over the keeper head and do some innovative stuff.
And Anil Kumble, I think his name is, he wasn't too bad either, you know. Yes. Sometimes we talk about Shane Warne and Muralidharan and we don't remember Kumble and there's this another one that was very good.
Erath.
Oh yeah, Erath was excellent. Yeah, it was good.
Yeah. He wasn't too bad, and there was another one for Pakistan.
Mushtaq started Ajmal.
No, Ajmal. Yeah, I think it would have been Mushtaq. Ajmal was a little bit later. Ajmal, he was the one that perfected the Doja first, I think. Well, Muralidharan had it, but you know, he separated and apart from Muralidharan. He really used it a lot. But you know, quality spinners, it's always good to have quality spinners. You understand? Marlon, before you came on, we were talking about the squad, the squad that was announced and players that made it and some that didn't get in. And how could I forget our celebrity on the live here, Ashish Nira? He was very good in his time.
Oh yes. Oh my. Apologies.
Yeah, Marlon, I'm not sure if you have anything to say about the squad. Who is it that you thought should not be in and who should have been left out or whatever? What are your thoughts on the squad?
Let me preface what I'm about to say by saying this. I am now convinced beyond any reasonable doubt that
Uh-oh.
Darren Bravo has a
Here we
secret
go.
for somebody in CWI. That man has a secret for somebody in CWI that he blackmailed them that if he does not get on the plane to the World Cup, he will release that secret.
Behave yourself.
So,
I agree with you.
Well,
If it
that's
is not
speculation.
it must be something along that lines. That man should never have been in the squad. I do not know how he got there. You cannot convince me of any rationale. The man is in the CPL now, not doing anything. I mean, and these pitches are rather spin friendly, as we can see, and the man isn't producing anything. It amazes me as to how he got to the squad.
You see, the only thing I see from Bravo thus far, yes, last night when he was batting, he had 2 beautiful looking shots, but those were balls hit high in the air. They went and they dropped down at long on. They didn't even go for 4 or 6. No fielder was able to close in and take the catch. So those 2 shots, they looked pretty well. They reminded me of when Brian Lara used to hit the ball over the bowler's head, yes, and he took 2 catches in the outfield. Separate and apart from that, that man should be over there preparing for the next carnival. That man shouldn't. That man shouldn't. You see? Wow! What a shot! Oh my word!
Which one? You mean work off the hip?
No, man. I am almost certain. Shamar Brooks. Oh my word! Shamar Brooks just played a shot off Kesrick Williams, a straight drive. Oh my word! We're not talking about any Carter. You saw it just now. Oh my God! What a shot!
Brooks is really impressive. He's really a test batsman, and it's really good to see him adapting to the
team. No man, Powell did that.
That was.
Oh, Powell. Oh yes, Powell. It's not Brooks.
That was Robman Powell played such a pretty shot.
Yeah, man, that's Robman Powell.
Yes.
No, we're really. Wait.
Robman Powell, the great that got so many chances, you know.
You really need to. Hey, you want to buy my glass? We can. You
look at me. You look at me. Need glasses, yes. Too much screen time. I really powerful. That was a good looking shot.
Yeah, and it was effortless, you know. It was all time in our wrist work, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yes, that's why I thought it was Brooks. No, I take a closer look. Brooks though, guys. You know Brooks has been on the scene for a while, and I think he had captain West Indies at the under 19 level a while back, you know, but he had fallen off. When he made that return on the test scene, I heard Ian Bishop and a couple of other guys talking about him, you know, saying that he was really good. It's just that the transition did not happen. He came on the scene with the lights of maybe Lendl Simmons and those guys, Marlon Summers and a couple more. I think Summers is a couple years older than him, but he was good. I think he captained the West Indies under 19 level at one point. I don't remember. I think so, you know, but it just fell away. I think he and Derval Green and those guys came through at the same time. Yeah, man.
You got me thinking about Darren Bravo and what qualities he could bring. Could it be said that he brings experience, maybe gelling and camaraderie to the squad? He's from a winning culture, Trinidadian, Kieran Pollard, countryman.
No.
You're not having it, are you?
No.
You're not having it? You're not having it?
Do not do that.
No, not at all.
Do not ever.
Bravo mentor the bowlers and Gail mentor the batsmen. That's it. We don't need any more mentors.
You see, this man. First things first. I can't see Darren Bravo mentoring anybody. That is the first thing.
No, man. DJ Bravo, I'm talking. DJ Bravo mentor the bowlers.
No, man. I am letting him know that Darren Bravo, I'm talking. Oh. So I just putting it out there. Darren Bravo is not there to mentor. Darren Bravo is not there to make runs. Darren Bravo is not there to keep Pollard's company. I don't know why it's there. I don't know.
According to somebody, right?
Listen.
Somebody said Darren Bravo is there and strong enough to be water boy for the rest of the season.
Lennox, let me show you how poor that decision was. You remember the one game he got in one of the series, one of the home series?
Mm-hmm.
They didn't send him at the preferred 3 or 4 position.
I think he batted at about 6.
Number 8. I think it was 8 further than that. It was probably.
Oh yeah, true. I remember that game. Yeah.
Mm.
So they had so little trust in the man. They shuffled him down the order till when he came in. I think he got over less than 10. Such is the
620 out.
Hear what I say? I think Mr. Lover is saying 6. You see, there are 2 players, 2.5 players that I wouldn't push down to accommodate them in my side. You see, Bravo is either Bravo bat at number 3 or number 4. Fletcher, if Fletcher is not batting at the top, he doesn't play. And why I say half, why I say 2.5, Lendl Simmons is the next one. And it is solely because of his attitude. Lendl Simmons is one of the quickest players in the team. He's good at wrist work. He can plug gap. But for some reason, Simmons don't want to run singles. I said 2.5 because I think if they nail him in his head and say, listen, you're going back at number 5 or 6, and I want you to rotate the strike and hit the boundary when you can. He can do it. He would have proven over the years, but for some reason, the man no want to run any at all. So that's why I said 2.5. You understand? But those players, me not really make any me not make no space for them man in my team.
Is it comment there?
I don't lie. Me not make no space for them man there.
That guy was Iziman Hulak was similar to the guy that don't love to run.
Iziman Hulak.
Yeah.
The only person I think of more run out in cricket than Iziman Hulak is probably River Jacobs, our wicket keeper. Ever watch cricket? I run Iziman Hulak get run out, you know.
Yeah, man.
Iziman is always getting run out.
Do you guys take any solace in the fact? Do you take any solace in the fact that the other teams entering the competition will have had shocks in terms of omissions, surprises, and such like?
Maybe. Yeah. Go ahead, Mr. Oliver.
Let me just say this. The guy that was supposed to be captain for one of those teams stepped down. That is the most shocking news to me. Rashid Khan, yes.
A day after the squad was announced, he stepped down. Rashid Khan, that is, yeah. Not sure what sort of political thing that is. Mr. Love, I was going to bring it up, but I am happy that you bring it up. Maybe don't want to be pressured. But Nabi has a lot of experience. And they have a couple of good cricketers there, man.
I mean,
Afghanistan is a good team, you know. They're actually 8 in a row right now. They're ranked higher than us, and they have some really. You have this batsman here start with Z. I forget the full name. Zar Hattar, something like that.
You mean the one that like a double century against Bangladesh? No,
yeah, that one.
Not Bangladesh, Zimbabwe, I think.
Right. There are some good cricketers, man. I remember they beat us. They beat us in 2016 in the group stage. I think we won all the games, and then the last game in the group stage, Afghanistan beat us. Yes. So, and Bangladesh won. I checked it. Bangladesh won the under-19 World Cup, you know, so they're no joke.
I think I saw that comment earlier. I think I saw where you posted that comment earlier under the video.
Yeah, I checked it, man. Bangladesh was a laughing stock in back in 02 World Cup. When I think early 02, when they came to the World Cup, they were like a laughing stock, you know, and stuff. But you can't laugh at them again.
Listen,
minnows. They used to call them minnows. Minnows, they used to call them.
Listen, that World Cup, that under-9 World Cup should have been West Indies World Cup. I blame Kimani Millions for West Indies losing that World Cup. Full stop.
What year was that? What year was that?
Last year.
The previous one.
Oh. That's
last year.
Yeah.
Right,
yes.
but they're playing well, man.
Kimani Millions. I think we had New Zealand about 5 down or about 7 down, I think. and the man refused to bowl Jaden Seals at the under 9 in the semi-final against New Zealand. Did not bowl Jaden Seals, and I think he gave the ball to, no disrespect now, to Naeem Young and a few other young pacers. And the New Zealand tail enders whacked us out the game. And he refused to bowl the young man. He cost us that World Cup.
Alzari Joseph going bizarre. Kesrick Williams, not just to cut you. Kesrick Williams just dropped a sitter. Alzari's bowling enough. Oh my word. So let me describe it to a ball.
I feel the fire because even the test match, the drop catches for him, you know.
What an easy catch. It was a peach of a delivery, a ball on the line of middle and half stump. Actually squared the batsman up, took the outer edge, and Kesrick Williams just did like this and put it down on the grass. But just to answer the question that Richard posted though, as regards to the other teams leaving out people, I looked at the squads, but off the top of my head, that's what Mr. Lover just said about Rashid Khan, yes. And we already knew that Ben Stokes was going to be left out because of the mental issue. So I think he might be one of the well, I wouldn't say surprise, but a big man that was left out.
This might not mean much, but Shikhar Dhawan is not coming for India either.
That one isn't coming.
Considering the depth that India has, I mean, that might not matter much, but that is a big name who will be upset.
Yeah, but they have a couple of young batsmen doing that they're doing some work to put it like that. They have a couple of batsmen doing some work. I also saw where Babar Azam had an issue. Well, he didn't outrightly come and say it, but I saw an article floating around that Babar Azam was quite upset that a particular player was selected. I screenshot it, but I have it on this phone that I'm using, so I might have to put it in a video tomorrow. I don't remember which player it is, but Babar Azam was having some issue, with a particular player that was selected. You understand? So those are some of the things that I saw coming out.
What? Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, man. But in terms of the same issue about Afghanistan and Bangladesh, I remember that Afghanistan got test playing status recently as well, and Ireland as well. So cricket has generally been more competitive over the years, generally speaking. So we cannot sit and take these sides lightly. Afghanistan, Ireland, Bangladesh, we can't take them lightly at all.
Plus, they are getting experience. They might not be getting a lot of games as regards to international game, but they have a lot of players playing in good franchise leagues. So, as they say, we can't really take them too lightly.
Right.
They have players out there. Yeah, man, go ahead.
I was going to say you almost answered the next question I was going to raise, which is, in your good gentleman's opinions, what attitude or approach do you think best fits this West Indian team? I've got the national football team on my mind. This West Indian team best going into the World Cup. Do you think that they should have a underdog mentality? Should they go cocky? Should they adopt a conservative approach? Should they take it game by game? What approach do you think, as a fan or fans, would you feel comfortable with this West Indian team adopting going into this tournament?
I think personally, they should adopt a game by game approach, and this in the sense that they are known to be very inconsistent, right? And they are going in a condition that might not favor them as a team. They have players that play in those sort of conditions, but generally speaking, we're not known to be a spin playing team. But having said that, though, I don't think we should undercook them, or I don't think they should go in looking down on themselves as underdogs. If my memory serves me right, these men are double defending champions. They are two-time defending champions, right?
Back to back.
Yeah, 12 and 16.
All right. So they are two-time defending champions.
But it was in between, and we fall off.
All right.
Yeah,
So going
because we're at number 10 right now in the world, you know, so that's not good at all.
Yes,
well, I mean, we are ranked.
Don't mean much. I think
I mean, we are ranked. We are ranked
mean,
all the way down the table. But going into the World Cup with this squad, I think based on what they would have achieved, the senior players, and based on what the younger players are showing, we don't want to undercook them, and I don't think they should go in thinking that they are underdogs. They are going in to defend their titles. They have the team to do it. If they are going to be consistent enough to do it, that might be a whole different ball game. But going in, just take it game by game, and see how deep we can take it. That is how I look at it. Gentlemen, how do you all see it?
Yeah, man, I agree with that. Game by game is the way to go. I no need to overthink it. I think there was this the last match in the interview, and there was this ball was saying that his form is ball by ball. They asked him a lot. Because that's really what you have to do, you know. Cause you can ball a pitch up a delivery and next ball, you give a half volley, you know. So you really can't overthink things too much for real. Like, you know, don't worry about the media. The media is doing their job. They're gonna hype up the thing. They're gonna create a lot of excitement, but you cannot be caught up in all that. You have to say, listen, ball by ball. I can hit a sixes ball and I'm out next ball. You know, so it's a ball by ball thing. And eventually, once you play good cricket, focus on the basics. Cause that's the thing, you know. I want to do the basics right. Catch properly. You do want to do the basics properly. Then eventually, you'll have the results.
And funny enough, before Marlon and Mr. Lover, funny enough, even though we are two-time defending champion, I think India might be going in with the biggest pressure on them. You understand? Virat Kohli as a captain is under pressure to win a title, and the fact that they are going in those sort of conditions, they will have a lot of pressure. So even though we are defending champions and we know we have top players, you know, I think India, a lot of pressure will be placed on those guys. You understand? So we need to take advantage of that and maybe fly low key and do a thing. Owen Morgan and his guys also won the last 50 over World Cup, right? I think, and he's
well, not really, you know. That's a very contentious thing, you know. But yes,
who won the last? Who won the last?
No, they won it, man. But there's a very contentious thing between them and New Zealand. But yeah, they won it.
I remember it. But history will tell you that they won.
On paper. They won on paper.
All right. History will also tell you that Morgan would have transformed that English team into a winning team based on his captaincy. I mean, he went to the IPL as a captain, didn't do anything much, but you know, he has been doing very well for England. So they will be looking at him to do some work also. So India will be going in, and I think because they know how West Indies is very inconsistent, they might undercook our team and sort of don't pay much attention to us, and I think that might work in our favor. I don't know how Marlon and Mr. Lover view it. Marlon, Mr. Lover.
Well,
I'm here.
For me,
yeah, Marlon, go ahead.
Have they got internet problems, Mr. Lover? Marlon, did you hear the question?
I want the players to buy into this.
No, Marlon, boy.
Everybody.
And not even the head of the mountain and flow have problem already. We not hear you, Marlon.
Listen, I encourage them. I implore them. Go ahead.
Hold on. Marlon, if you're hearing us, just probably get a little closer to the. Well, I don't know if it's the internet box or maybe go a little higher in the house. So, Mr. Lover, just go and work it until Marlon come back. Yeah, Mr. Lover.
I'm saying that we have to play it game by game, and West Indies have a lot to prove because they're trying to hold on to that championship title. That's number one. Number two, they are looking to climb up the T20 rankings. The only way you can do that is playing game by game, winning each game, and just going all out.
All right. I see a comment here. Jones
My
Lee
thing
saying,
is, I
all right, Marlon there. All right, go on, Marlon.
just don't want the guys to go in there and buy into this big-headed narrative. That is my only thing. Actually go out there and play cricket and don't believe you could bully every side of the park by hitting every
Power your way
ball
out.
out the ground. Yes,
Exactly.
that is what I do not want. Other than that, I think the guy should be good. To me, the T20 world rankings don't have any merit because every team going to facing West Indies is nervous. And nobody can tell them the contrary. There is not a team that would tell me that they are comfortable playing West Indies. They say that they're lying. Or it's just unnecessary confidence.
And see a comment here on the screen to back up what you are saying. Jones Lee is saying that West Indies not going in as any underdog. Rank number 10 because West Indies don't play with Russell Pollard, Lewis Simmons, Dwayne, Bravo, Allen, and Gale together often. And you know that is a good comment. I mean, from time to time we might have those guys together and we end up losing, but not all the time we have all the powerhouse players coming together. So that is a good comment. And I mean, as I said, Marlon, most teams coming up against all this power, they are definitely going to fear us. I think what they are going to try to do is between over number 8 through to 15. They are going to try and see if they can use their slower bowlers to tie us down, seeing that we are known as a team that don't really like to rotate strikes. So once we get that started, then we would be good to go. Captain Powell has been dismissed. 22 of 20. Rastan Chase taking a very good catch on the boundary. 133 for 3 of 13.1 overs. All right, continue, guys. Go ahead.
I have to say something on that point that you and Marlon made. We have to limit the amount of dot balls we face.
Exactly.
If we don't do that, we won't be that good.
It's an interesting one, though. I mean, how do you guys rate the West Indian IQ when it comes to the T20? We know in football, for example, we've had some issues with the football team and the head coach and tactical acumen. But when it comes to T20, we already are aware that we've got a lot of power hitters, and they may be, braggadocious and might want to just take on the attacks that they come up across. How easy do you think it would be for them to actually think outside the box and inside the box, i.e. knowing that runs are important, taking ones, turning twos into threes, that's as important as going for the boundaries and the six hitting?
I think generally speaking,
this is the thing.
Hold on, Marla. I think generally speaking, all the players are aware that we suffer where that is concerned. But the funny thing about it, I think a couple weeks ago, I would have mentioned this. Pollard did an interview, and he was talking that, boy, we are a power hitting team. So if they are not willing to change it, the mindset that they need to capitalize on the dot balls, then we're not going to be going anywhere. And let me explain why I say that. We will have, say for example, Lewis and Simmons batting, right? And the first 5 deliveries, they could work it and they swing and miss. And then the 6th delivery, they try to hit a 6. And either they miss the 6 or get out caught. The other 5 deliveries that they were able to work in gaps and get singles, they missed out on that. Right? So having said that, though, we have to bear in mind that these are guys that would have won the World Cup 2 times. So they can say to you that it works. Even though they are far up in the ranking now, they can say to you that it works. But, they would have to remember that they had a particular player, I think it was Samuels, that was there, ticking over the score on and on. So even though we are going to beat them and say that, boy, their brain should tell them that they need to find ways to rotate the strike. And that is why they are bringing in Chase and Hitman and those guys. But they can also look at you and say, here what? Our approach work because we have won 2 World Cup. The other teams that rotate strike, they have managed to win the World Cup in the last two. You understand? So Even though it is obvious that they need to work on that in order to put up more competitive scores, we still have to look at it from that flip side. Yeah, Marlon and Mr. Lover, go ahead.
Exactly.
You see, the thing is, Lennox,
hold on, Marlon going. Yeah, go ahead.
There needs to be a delicate balance. And this is why I said, if you remember the semi-final in the last World Cup against India, India scored 190 and we knocked that down with about 10 balls or so to spare. And when they did the comparison after the games, they showed how much singles India took versus how much boundaries West Indies took. West Indies took far fewer singles and far more boundaries. And India worked hard for that 190, and West Indies made that 190 look like it was easy. 150 with the boundary hit. Right. You contrast that with the final when we got in serious trouble with that boundary hit and could only post 130 something, because I remember when Gale had a few licks and then he went after Joe Root and Joe Root had him caught. And then few other batsmen came in, went in much of the same fashion. What I'm saying is the balance is where we need it, because on days when these guys are fine in the middle of the bat, so help any bowling attack they come up against, because it won't be pretty. However, and days when it is not coming on and they're just not middling it, can these guys say, all right, let's rotate the strike, get the ones at the twos here and there? That is really what it comes down to. Because listen, some of the scores in the last IPL, Lennox, there's runs to be made in these grounds. Some of the grounds are short. And you remember a team chased 200 and the team that wears pink.
Royals.
Yeah.
Royals chased, I think, 220.
Rajasthan Royals, yeah.
Of Kings 11 Punjab. That was a game that they hit Sri Lanka all over the place. So I say this to say, listen, there is runs to be had. These games won't be rank turners like a piece of dirt patch. But the days when things are slow, apply yourself.
Exactly. Mr. Blackwood, you are there?
Yeah, man, I'm here. Yeah, man. In terms of like I want to add to that. I know hit my I see him in the last few games or West Indies international games. Rotating the strike well. And I know Chase can do that as well. So I mean when it comes to that, we can work on that. The thing about it, if you have a strength, you have a strength. You cannot be talking about losing the strength, so to speak, right? So you're not trying to get boundaries. That's a natural thing,
Yeah.
But you should also pay attention to deficiencies, So if the ball is there to be hit, if the ball is over pitch, don't try to tap it, hit it, But when time is a good length and you can't do anything with it, tap it down a single. Exactly. Right? Don't try to go on a back foot and twist up yourself and get yourself in an awkward position just to try to hit a boundary. When it's not there, just tap the ball and run quick singles. And when the speed is spread, they can even run twos. If you play the Safans, and that will force the captain to think about, I might get too much twos in the one. I might get too much twos. Instead of square a lot of runs just like boundaries. So here I'm going to move the short term, man. I'm going to do that. So you create problems for teams as well when they rotate the strike. Especially when they play stuff and run twos, and then the boundary balls will come. So in the middle overs, you keep wickets in hand.
Rotate the strike.
Crazy, rotate the strike. Don't worry about. A lot of teams try to have wickets in hand up to the 15th, 16th over, and that means that they can afford to take a few risks. Other than taking risk. Because right now Talawa is batting now, and it's close, 14 overs now, so it's not so bad. But
Brooks just got out.
Brooks just got out. But the thing about it, you want to have wickets in hand. That's the thing, and rotate the strike in between. And then now in the back end now, then you can try to strike and finish off well. So they have a strength. Yes.
Work.
So keep the strength, but work on the weakness.
Yeah, Mr. Lover.
I'm going to say this out there. and be outright, and I'm not taking this back. If West Indies want to win this World Cup, Ross and Chase must be in it and bats at 3 or 4.
Agreed. Fully support.
Long time we advocating that, so I would work with that.
Yeah, man. I would say him batter 3 and hit my batter 4. That's what I would say.
Ross and Chase will be the glue.
I'll be key
as Marlon Samuel was in 2012 and 2016.
All right, boss. When this
But
man
this is the
talk,
thing, you know. This is the thing. I don't think Gale and Hetty will be in the side at the same time. One of those will be the odd man out.
Yeah, man. Gale is probably one of my most favorite cricketers, you know. But I don't think you can start at the time with Gale at all. Give the players that are really clicking the chance to start the tournament, so you can have a good start. And just in case, like one of the batsmen, maybe not firing out, then they can answer, all right, then Gale, we already know what you can do, so come in.
Okay.
All right.
To me, if Gale does not perform this World Cup, he still have next year World Cup in Australia. If
next year, you mean
the coach?
Listen.
Stop.
Wait.
Listen.
No, man.
Well, I'm a here.
The first time is a safe closure, not as a player anymore, but as a mentor. Maybe that's the role that Gale will play.
I agree, right? I agree.
Go on, make we hear him.
But listen here. For me personally, I would not play Gale this World Cup unless he's opening. Period. So if he doesn't get the game this World Cup, I can just give him any game he want next World Cup in Australia. That's for me. If he's fit.
No.
If. Keyword.
No, Mr. Lover.
Keyword.
All right, so we're gonna have a. What am Mr. Lover? So we're going to have a leading into next year. We're going to have a drastic because he isn't doing anything now. So we are hoping that a 41 going to 42-year-old man will have a drastic improvement leading into next year. I
track that. I track it.
No, Mr. Lover. We have to be reasonable.
Mr. Lover, very easy, you know. All right, I could take a look at this question on the screen. Ashish Neera the Great is saying a question to the esteemed panelists. Do you believe in set batting orders or change up every situation? You see, that's every sport you play now, there's tactics and there's tactical. You don't just go out there and play the game. Sometimes I don't want to say even in football, I don't want to say the tactics beat the talent. But a lot of time I see some man have some talented team out there. Say for example, my team, Manchester United. And we know we have some good players. And a man like all and known up from Wolves are who are considered to be a tactical genius. The man they come outclass my side tactically and win the game, man. Enough time I see some little coach come to Manchester United and we have all the top players. And not saying that the top players not for performing, but enough time I see Nuno and some man just come with some smaller players and outclass them because of tactics. So if we are able to tactically set up our team based on given situation, then yeah man, me believe say based on a situation you set up your team. Don't just have a set batting lineup, because you might have a set batting lineup, and say, well, if they are good enough, they will perform. But the man that you have to come at number 5 might be able to come and play better at a number 3 based on the given situation. So every day of the week, man, you change based on the tactics, based on the situation. Russell must long, but watch out, man, him drop Russell, a madman. Yeah.
You see, this is the thing. You see, T20 cricket, and more so than any other format of the cricket, tactics plays a very, very crucial role.
Exactly.
Because one over can change any game, batting wise and bowling wise. Test cricket, one day cricket, not so much. You have series of bad overs, and then you're still in the game because there's more time to go. But T20 cricket, you made one. You have the deft over and you go for 25 runs. That could be the game right there.
Exactly.
You get the extra 10 runs that you did not, a 1-6-1, and that's the game. You have to be very, very on your feet with T20, honestly. Because you see how...
Wait.
Russell Muscle.
The money some good 6 hours ago, yeah.
My stream a little bit behind, so that's why
Yeah.
I'm seeing it.
162 for 4, man. Mm-hmm.
So my thing is, you really have to think on your feet, because I remember when West Indies was struggling with the spin and they brought Bravo in at, I think, number 3 or 4, and Bravo completely changed the game. Completely changed the game. That was a master stroke. So
yeah.
Which Bravo? Which Bravo was that?
Oh, but it must be. It must be the elder brother. It must be the way.
I think he got. Did he get a half century in that game, or was it 40 something?
I don't remember the score, but
yeah, man, I remember that game.
Hetmeyer who started off, and then somebody else came to support.
He came. I think. I'm almost certain he got a half century now.
But that was a lovely performance. And
yeah, and
tricks like those, they will come in
and Ashish near the top class. Not only where the batting lineup is concerned, everything. That is why Pollard and Bravo are so successful as T20 skippers, and they're just in your face, because they know that when you set up a team tactically, more often than not in T20 cricket, you're going to come out on the top. And I don't remember which team was playing the other day, and it was Samuel Badger that drew the attention, drew my attention to this. Well, not like we were seated beside each other. I said, draw my attention. Well, it was Samuel Badger that said it. I'm trying to remember if it was the Talawas that was playing, and they chose to bowl the last. Well, the way they did it, they ended up bowling the last over at a particular end, and he was saying that
over the wrong end, and all the other teams bowling at the other end.
Yeah, like they were saying that 85 or 90%
they back into the wind
of the other teams. Yeah,
the team normally remember set the boundary a particular way, so the batsman have to bat to the bigger side of the boundary and bat
yeah. Was it
that comment?
Was it Azar Joseph just took a belt off a ball and caught us, man? Carlos, it seems as if it was a slower delivery. Carlos Batwait went for it, and Azar Joseph just went up with one hand, plucked it out, opened his pocket, and just dropped the ball in his pocket. Style. yeah, man. So I'm saying, yeah. I think it was Robman Powell who made that mistake, and he really paid. I think that last over went for maybe 18 or 20 or something like that. So where tactics is concerned, you really have to work on that.
Yeah, man, it's very important because like you have tactics like the wide arcers and other tactics like the real pace bowlers like a Malinga that can really give us some really toe crushing the arcers, and you have the slow bouncers. So like people have different tactics. I think Bravo have the leg stump slow ball. Like you pat the leg side and get some slow balls on the leg stump and
it just dip.
Yeah, and it just dip.
Right.
And then you have those, and then you have many times that they set the field a certain way, and then the ball opposite.
Yeah.
Does to trick the batsman into something else, Or they wait until the batsman make an early move and give him a. So it's really a lot of tactics in cricket. It's
all of them.
They're endless tactics. So it really and truly, I think tactics really is important, even more than talent. Because if you're talented, you don't have tactics. You're just like a fast and foolish, as they don't call the fast bowlers. You're fast and foolish. You will travel.
You see, I don't know how many persons would have seen. Seems as if they are not able to hear, but it seems as if the umpire just had to warn Alzar Joseph. Not sure if it was because of his celebration. Not sure, because I'm not hearing the television. But I don't know how many persons would have seen a couple of clippings with the way how Malinga practices his York. I think a lot of pace bowlers do that, where he just set up a shoes. He just get a shoe, put it in front of one stump, and he's just in for even 30 minutes, just running in and hitting the shoe. Just put the shoe on the crease where a batsman would position, and he's just going back and forth, hitting the shoe over and over. You understand? So I don't know. I'm not saying it has to be the same sort of training, but I think if somebody can get the likes of Odin Smith to develop those sort of lethal Yorkers and subtle changes to his bowling, he will become good. Well, he's already good, but
I think doing Bravo can help out a lot in that, because he's always doing a lot of mentoring where those things are concerned. And doing Bravo's he go wide off the crease, and then he has the slow, but like he really have a lot of variation doing Bravo, and that's why he's the highest wicket taker in T20s.
Wicket taker,
right?
And so Pollard, I think Pollard have some of that too.
Yeah, Pollard has some of those things. So I think those guys are really important in our team right now to mentor like a McCoy and the other young bowlers.
3 points. Let me just quickly address the question regarding stable batting orders. I subscribe to similar to what Sports to the Bone was saying. Yes, a stable order is good, but flexibility needs to be never taken off the table, because depending on the context of a situation, of course, you might need a pinch hitter. You need somebody for the occasion. So thinking on your feet, very much a plus in the T20 game. Two points I'd love for you guys to address. One, Ravi Rampal. I was pleasantly surprised. I think that's a bit of a bold call. He's been playing cricket a long time, and for him to get a call up at this juncture, with what he's been doing in the Caribbean, just wanted to get your thoughts on the matter. Do you think that he's set to play a vital role, or do you think that he's no great shakes, the X factor won't be there, and he would likely be exposed, but deserves a place, but maybe it's not necessarily horses for courses, because it's going to be real heat of battle in the T20. And secondly, I've got to mention your friend and mine, Mr. Carl Myers, because when I saw
catch, left, right, and center. Continue.
Oh Lord, Royston Chase. I have only picked up recently on his last minute racing Kamanis style on the rails to claim a berth on the T20 team. But part of me, I must say, my heart sunk, and I hope it's not justified, in that he is still test quality, I believe anyway. If he has made this push for the T20, do you think this hurts his chances of being as patient as we need our batsmen to be? Or do you think he's going to develop bad habits, no matter how small, as a result of playing T20 cricket? The likes of Mr. Carl Myers, now if he'd got a call up, well, more power to him, because he'll bat as quickly as needs be by any means necessary. Your thoughts?
All right. Where Rastan Chase is concerned, we have always known him to be a very patient man, right? And if we can use Jason Hall as an example, right? He has been playing all three formats. Not so good with the bat in Test cricket, but from time to time he still looks a little patient. But you see, as me say, we know Rastan Chase to be a patient man, but this thing of the dollars and it calling in the T20 franchise around the world, well, the different T20 leagues around the world, it can start to shift his focus. You understand? If he is playing Test cricket, I'm not saying because he's playing a lot of T20, the bad habits will allow him to do that or that. Because we see people like Joe Root playing a little T20 here and there, and Kane Williamson, and they're still solid, right? So if his mindset is good, he will still be there. But what we need to look on is if he will be dedicated enough to take all the call up for Test cricket when T20 offers are there. That is the thing, because other cricketers would have proven that they can play T20 cricket and still do what is necessary at the Test level. But when the offers are out there from T20 cricket, if he continues like this, will he now be able to say, here what, I am going to turn my back on this T20 cricket and play Test cricket? So I think that would be more of an issue than him going into the team and playing fast shot. Because knowing West Indies cricketers, they are always going to play fast shots. You understand? So I'm a bit more worried whether or not he will be able to say no to the franchise teams. if he continues to perform. That has always been the issue. And the next question, you had the next question that I had an answer for, but I don't. What was the next one again? Then I'll give the others a chance.
Rampal, some more Rampal.
Oh, Rampal. It in my opinion, it would only be fair. He has been very good at the regional level in the 50 over. He's doing well in the CPL. And the other day, when Fidel Edwards, played a lot of cricket and was firing and things, a lot of us welcomed Fidel Edwards with open arms. You understand? So the mere fact that Rampal is taking a lot of wickets, and he's going to the UAE where raw pace won't necessarily beat it. You're going to need the out and out quick bowler, but he's a man that is very cheeky, bowls a lot of variation, good slower deliveries. You understand? So it might be a case where we will depend mostly on smarts instead of out and out pace. So he might be somebody that we might call on. It can be a case where they might select him and he will ride the bench for the entire time. But based on what he would have done in the regional cricket and at the CPL level, those are the only competitions that he could perform in to get a call-up. He did well in the regional, in the 50 over, in the Super 50 over, did well at the CPL, and these are things that we use to select West Indies cricketers. You understand? I am certain that if the PSL was supposed to come up after CPL, maybe they would have selected him. You understand? So I think they drafted him in based on the fact that he got a contract.
For
I thought I heard somebody. Yeah, I thought I heard somebody saying something about
what a 6 from Russell, what a hit over his cover.
Yeah. I want gone already, man. I think I move slow.
Oh, I think slower.
So as I am saying, guys, just to finish up, then I'll give you a chance to answer. Where Rampal is concerned, for West Indies, for T20 World Cup, the asks a performance at Super 50 and the asks a performance in CPL, and he's doing it. So I guess it is justified. I don't know what the other guys have to say. Mr. Lover, you will go first this time. Long time we not hear you.
Okay. Ravi Rampal warrants a selection. And to me, he is just as difficult as Dwayne Bravo. As it relates to Ross and Chase, I don't see it affecting him much. Still the same quality player, and he just needs to focus more in test cricket.
All right, so Mr. Lover's 2 comments, short and spice. Before I move on to the other guys, I agree with both with his statements, but I start to have to tweak one of them a little bit. The part where you say I have to tweak it. The part where you say Rampal is just as effective as Bravo. Or you mean he brings similar qualities, but maybe not to the same effect. I mean, he bowls a lot of slow balls. A lot of experience, but I don't know if he's as crafty as Dwayne Bravo. But I get what you're saying still. I get what you're saying. Who is that? Yes, is that Russell getting out caught? All right. Mr. Lover, moving on to who is going to take it up next?
Well, for me, Ruston Chase, he's playing well in T20, but honestly, I'm not worried about his technique because he's not playing any reckless cricket shots. He's playing some really proper cricket shots. He's scoring his runs by playing good cricket shots. So I don't see him going on one knee and doing all those stuff that yesterday those out and out hitters do.
Yeah.
He relies a lot on risk and timing.
Classical shots.
Right. So I don't think he has a problem. I'm pleased to see that because we do have a lot of cricket batsmen that can just interchange between the formats like that. Right. Yeah, batsmen that have to be telling them to say, try to bat through. A lot of our batsmen have to be trying to adapt that type of thing where Chase naturally has that natural class already. Right, so I'm not worried about him. In terms of taking up contracts and stuff like that, that's up to a player. You can't really predict what a player is going to do because cricket is a profession, So
yeah.
You can hope he input West Indies first, but we really can't bust a rain on that, after us, just see how things work out. Because you have Russell play for West Indies, but you all know Russell go all over the world still win. You understand?
Yeah.
Right. But Rampal have been performing well for the 50 over. He has done well this season and even before. Like the last maybe 2 years or so, Rampal have been consistently bowling well. Not as good as Bravo with all the variations and tricks, but he's effective. He take wickets and he's effective. So when a man is really putting on a performance, you cannot overlook him. So he deserves his place.
And before I move on to Marlon, I must commend Ravi Rampal. Not like he's here in the show, but I must commend him. And it has to do with his fitness. This man has struggled with fitness throughout his career. And to see him come back in his 30s and looking, his face is down, but he's still looking in good shape. You understand? Maybe not as slim as a Jaden Seals, but he's still in good shape and he's able to get through his workload. You understand? So that is good. Yeah, Marlon.
Well, Lennox, to the fitness point, there are a lot of players in CPL who you visibly look at, West Indians and speaking, who don't look fit. And the aesthetics is a problem. So we have our issues.
And you see hold on before we make you go, Marlon. You see the funny thing about it, what we consider to be fit, is just what looks good on TV, I think was it Rampal or Sarwan? I was reading something a couple of years ago, and one of them said that somebody in the West Indies camp had said to them, it is not about what you are doing sometimes, it's how you look on TV. When they're talking about the fitness, and and for the life of me, I couldn't understand. And if we are to be technical about it, you know what is physical fitness? Physical fitness is the ability to get one's workload done and still have enough energy in case of an emergency. So it doesn't necessarily mean a man looking up. So if the matter about fitness, you want to be physically fit so you can move around and feel how you're looking up. But if they're going to go by the books, physical fitness is the ability to get in your workload or the workload for a day. When they're talking about cricket now, we wouldn't say workload for a day, it would be 4 overs. It's the ability to effectively get your 4 overs out of the way and still have enough energy in case of an emergency. If you're looking at any dictionary at that physical fitness,
let me challenge you on that, Lennox. Let me challenge you.
All right, yeah.
The intricacies of it is a little bit more nuanced when it comes to sports, and this is why the look matters. Sometimes when a player goes, when 3 runs are on offer, the man who's not fit will only go for 2. But you would not really know who's watching the game that 3 was available, because you're watching the game on TV. Sometimes you could visibly see that 2 was there, a 1 was there, a single was there. So as much as all these guys probably could make it through the game, they left a lot out there that you would not see, or that you would see with somebody who's physically fit, like holding them. I agree with that still, I agree. Because it is obvious if you're heavy, you're not going to be as quick in between the wicket as a Kohli. So maybe I understand what you ask. You remember the test match when Brathwaite scored 100? You remember how long Brathwaite was at 99 when he was batting with Rakib Khanwal? Brathwaite was at 99 so long. It would have been because of the same thing we're talking about now.
That is a whole different story. I was wondering how long the man going to stay there in a Virgin. My God, man. But
Lennox, he stood there overnight.
Punishing torturing him.
He had to make the century following morning.
But it's always good. It's always good to be in physical, in good physical condition. In a good physical condition.
No doubt about it. But to the point, the 2 questions posed. I personally am not thrilled about seeing Rastan Case back in the test team. I'm not thrilled because I will stick to my point that I want to see different players fail at this point. And tired of seeing the same failures over and over again. I think we've seen the best of what Chase has to offer batting in Test cricket, and I'm not pleased. So I really am not too concerned if the Test batting dwindles much from what it is right now, because it really is not at a high standard. So I think we should move on from players like Rastan Chase, in my opinion. But as it regards to Ravi Rampal, my last memories of Rampal in a West Indies shirt in T20s was that he was a good bowler getting early wickets in the power play.
Yeah. And usually struggle after.
Yes, he does really well in the power play.
Same sort of problem with Cottrell.
Yes, if we could, and honestly, I think he was the one who kept Cottrell out the team, to be honest. I think there was a like for like swap there, because before the CPL, Cottrell was in the pecking order more than him.
Yeah.
But I have no problem with him doing that and being in the team now. I would not have selected him, but he is there. I like the qualities that he possesses, and he's done it already. So
he won with us in 2012, right?
I don't remember.
He won with us in 2012.
I think someone,
and he was a star.
Yeah, I think so.
He was impressive.
I have to beg to differ with you, Marlon. I beg to differ with you. Ravi Rampal is the one that kept Jason Holder out of the 15, and O'Shane Thomas kept Sheldon Cottrell out.
You think so?
Yeah.
So you say Ravi Rampal probably keep out Jason Holder.
What a six by Ahmad.
Yes, sir.
Sorry. I'm late. Sorry.
Well,
Me and you catch them the same time.
Yeah, it was a good 6.
It all have flow.
It fell down and got a good 6.
I flow trim a little better than Marlon.
And you guys gonna see another. All right, so the score now. Hold on, before I let you go, the score 204 for 8. They have 3 deliveries leave. 204 for 8. 3 deliveries.
So can I say my score? My score is 198 for 8.
Yeah, that's my score. That's the score that Flo gives us, Marlon. So that's it. Yeah, it told me I have 198 on the screen.
All right.
Yeah. You're going to see our next 6. Now worry yourself. Yeah, continue, guys.
No,
where were we at again?
No, talk more about Shane Thomas keep Cottrell out of the 11. Yeah,
you see, personal. I'm not hear you, Marlon.
No, you can go.
Oh. Personally, I would have selected. Hold on. Gone. Personally, I would have selected Cottrell over Thomas, to be honest, because Cottrell give a runs still in about. I am almost certain of Cottrell getting a 1 or a 2 wicket in the power play. At the other hand, if O'Shane Thomas bowls well on the day, he will produce a couple of unplayable deliveries, might get a couple of wickets, but he's going to have the same issue falling away at the end of in his second spell. So I would always go with Cottrell over him for now. You understand? The two of them good pace, in my opinion. They don't have a lot. They don't have enough variations. But I would go with Cottrell over it.
Yeah, but I think Cottrell, and the commentators are saying Cottrell was slowly developing some variations in the last international series. Like he was developing some slower balls and some other stuff. But I don't know. That's the thing. Pace has, in 2021, you need more than us express pace and frightening pace.
Yeah, man. Everybody have bowling machine,
Yeah, because you have Israeli skills. Just like Kimar Roche. Kimar Roche lost a lot of pace, but he's one of the best. He's one of the best. I know Jaden Seed is very young right now, and he's kind of new, so the pace is good enough for him, I guess, for now. But over time, you have to develop some skills.
Hold on there. Marla, what you just about bowling machine?
West Indies don't have any cars. We can't seem to solve the pace bowling problem. So
they have it, but the man listen to me, Marlon. The man them have it. Marlon, listen to me.
130.
We need to
Marlon,
get this
listen to me.
right. We need to get this
Marlon,
right.
listen to me. Listen to me.
Right.
The man, listen to me, Marlon. The man them have the machine, but they will not put it over 120 because they're afraid of the ball.
They're
Man,
not
I'm afraid of the ball.
It can't be anything but that.
You think I shot man make the man?
Listen,
You know, see, all of the man them shot. All of the man them sight on the ball shot.
You must be
All of the
joking.
man them sight.
You're joking,
Man, I'm afraid of the ball.
Man,
Man, I'm afraid of the ball.
Marlon, look at the
listen,
comments.
I see the comment. My thing is the inconsistencies coming from Chase and the West Indies batsmen from 1 to 6. Personally, the only one I would move forward with, and this is not a thumbs up to them, but I think they are the best of some average batsmen, are Blackwood and Craig. Those are the only 2 batsmen 1 to 6 that I feel we should move forward with. Because
I would continue with Chase. You know? I will continue with him based on the fact that we don't necessarily have anybody right now. So that is the problem. But
yes, because the performance don't merit it. The performance really don't.
We're hoping that some of these guys coming out of the Under-19 World Cup will do a thing.
I bet to differ, Lennox. I beg to differ, Lennox.
Wait, what? The Under-19 players?
For Test cricket, Shimar Brooks. He's the best military we've had in a long while.
Yes, but the problem with that is that we haven't seen him in a lot of games. We have seen him in about 2 games.
Number 4.
And I think they bat him at I think that the bat
he was
batting at 4. But yeah, he was batting at 4.
Yes, he was.
But funny enough, Mr. Lover, he's classical enough, he's technical enough. But you see, these guys are well in their 30s, going close to 40. You know, that is the problem that I am having. You understand?
Yeah,
but you know,
there's no future there in my opinion. And you
I understand what you're saying, Marlon.
Guys are not producing at all. They're not producing.
Why the sheer up topic the other day I spoke about Shea Hope, and I just pointed to the fact that the man not making any runs in red ball cricket, and I was told that I don't watch cricket and I don't know what I'm saying. I left out Narine out of my squad.
Nobody will tell you that don't watch cricket.
Well, I know. I left out Narine out of my squad yesterday, right? And the people them type some things underneath the comment. Oh, this man don't watch cricket in it. Cricket, he's not watching the CPL, he don't know anything about cricket. He's just looking at stats. He's looking at wicket. See? I can't tell you say it's not because of no fitness test. If Narine was capable of bowling or was comfortable at bowling in international cricket, you can't tell me that West Indies wouldn't select him to just go and carry over and hand for 4 overs. The man no bowl pace. So if it was fitness, Narine would have been in that side to go and bowl him 4 overs. So when I spoke about it yesterday and I said, listen to me, 3 white ball series came up the other day and Narine walked away from it. Can't you guys read into that? I was told in the comment, the keyboard warriors said to me, say, oh, you're just talking, you don't know anything. I see it there. See it there? When I put out the squad, not one of them don't come on it and say, boy, I spoke to the board, Narine, not in the squad. And they are going to think that they are fighting Narine. It is because Narine is not comfortable bowling at the international level. And he told them the other day is when we were playing Sri Lanka. Pollard came out and said it. Narine told him that he wanted to use the IPL and the CPL to get himself ready. Nothing but the man, sister boy. See, I think I might can get a couple more franchise contracts. So, you know, I don't really want the man him call me in international. So let me leave it alone. Who can say that certain not watching the cricket? All of the guys. All of the guys. Ronaldo from St. Thomas is usually on with us, but I think he said that he came in late. So he's saying that Ravi, Cottrell, Edwards were fighting for 1 spot with the new ball. Ravi ran the race. Thomas had less competition as or express pace. All right, so he's saying that those 3 guys were actually fighting.
This is a way
fighting for the same spot.
I agree. Mr. Lover disagree, but I agree with it. This is how I see it. I feel those who are fighting for one spot, and due to just the raw pace that Ocean possesses, he's in a different category by himself, where we don't have much like him. And I could even make the case that Jaden Seals probably was fighting in the same bunch with Ravi, even though we have him now as a test bowler, but they're all more or less the same type of bowlers. Swing, seam, and movement, slower balls, those type of craft. Well, Edwards is bowling 140, but I don't think they really. His 140s are not consistent.
Mostly 138, 139, and he's not as penetrative as we would want him to be. And to be honest, most of the runs that would have come off him in this year's CPL, a lot of edges. So it's not like the batsmen really dominating him. I see a lot of top edges and a lot of under edges. So you see that the batsmen really struggling to really face the pace. You understand? So his pace is there. So we're not questioning the pace. It is just the ability to really get the wickets. That is the problem.
So
I was gonna say, talking of wickets, is it confirmed? And what do you make of Hayden Walsh Jr. and his role in the squad as potentially a leading wicket taker, or somebody who can hold on a good few overs without being too costly? What's the role of spin led by Hayden Walsh Jr. going to be?
All right,
I'm open-minded. I'm not overly confident, but he seems a confident chap. Happy chap.
Right, so, as I would have indicated earlier on this same live, when it comes on to Hayden Walsh Jr., the last memory they have at international level, right, where spinning is concerned, would have been Hayden Walsh Jr. getting man of the series against Australia. Hasn't been very good in the CPL, but going into those conditions, right, he is the only, well, let me not say only, but I think he is the first choice quality leg spinner. And we all know that a leg spinner, if he gets it right, can be very, very, very difficult to play. So going in those sort of competitions, going in those sort of conditions, Hayden Walsh Jr. will be expected, if he gets a game, he will be expected to really pick up wickets, not just there to hold it down and bowl 4 economical overs. As a leg spinner in those sort of conditions, if he's in the team, he will be expected to take wickets. But as I said, poor CPL outing, but the team was not just picked based on CPL. So the last couple of good memories they will have at international level would be Hayden Walsh Jr. doing very well against Australia, and he did well against Pakistan also, right? We played against Pakistan in the T20 because he was the man of the series against Australia, you know. So even though he hasn't managed to really shine in the CPL thus far,
remember the
last
Pakistan
good memory
got watched out mainly. Only really one game.
So what about South Africa? I played against South Africa,
yeah,
right?
I played against everybody.
All right.
South Africa and Australia.
And did extremely well. So the fact that he would have played a couple of CPL games and him not do good, they still have to work with him. So if he's selected in a 11 though, he's not there to hold down a spot because he's not a batting all-rounder. He's a spinner that can bat. So if he's selected in the final 11, he will be there to bowl 4 economical overs and take wickets. That is how I see it. I don't know how the others see it. You can go ahead, guys, and let me know how we see it, how you guys see it.
Yeah, Walsh will be there to take wickets mainly. However, to me, his selection is based on this ability. As a leg spinner, he moved the ball both ways. He has the long on. He has very much delivery variation, as Samuel Badji said. But in that condition, I think he'll be more effective than he was in the Caribbean.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, Blackwood.
Yeah, man. He don't watch. He don't watch. It's made for bowling because he was really excellent in doing. He was like more like a game changer in for us in the last international series. I think 1 or 2 international series ago. Where like runs flowing and he was coming in and take 2 quick wickets, change the game and stuff. And yeah, he moved over both ways as well. And actually, I admire that young man. He's very fit. Even before this time, he was often a water boy and a substitute fielder. Come onto the field and dive around and some good feeling and motivate the team. And the coaches said, boy, this guy here Walsh, boy, we want to see him back in the team bowling and all. We don't want to see him to be a substitute fielder. So, when players really take the cricket serious and the fitness serious and work on the game, it's really good to have those type of players in our team. I know Cristiano Ronaldo is not a cricketer, but Cristiano Ronaldo is a great footballer, and he's also great at his fitness and training. So a professional sportsman is not always someone that has talent. He's also someone that really takes his profession as a sportsman serious. Dieting, fitness. Even during school, like when I was going to school, like at least that play sports, they have to go to the gym, and they have to call a program. They have to do a certain drills every day. They have to be on a certain diet. They have to drink water. They're professionals, So what comes after me as that type of person. So I'm happy to have him there, and definitely bowling is his main thing. It doesn't matter what he does with the bat. He needs to give us 4 good overs and some wickets. That's the main thing for me.
Exactly. Marlon.
For me, I believe that his performance, in some sense, will be dependent on how much the coaches trust him. Not the coach, the captain trusts him. Because I remember somebody complaining, I think it was probably Tino Bess, complaining that Caden Walsh didn't get the ball in one of the Australia games. Yet still Pollard was bowling Akil Hussain and took the ball from Walsh unnecessarily. And you see, I don't really want to call the name and it was the wrong person, but the person who I think was on Flow show, they were saying Pollard was playing countryman ball, team ball. He gave it to my Trinidadian counterparts because the form Walsh was in, they couldn't understand why he wasn't bowling. And we see in the CPL where Jason Wooler just does not trust the man. So his performance will be dependent somewhat, not solely, but somewhat on how much trust and confidence the captain instills in him.
And you see, for those who actually listen to this platform, who have been listening to the platform for a while, you would know that every time, somebody say, why isn't Walsh in the team? That is before the South Africa series. I'm always saying that he's always in and around the squad. As Blackwood is saying, he's always there, coming on as substitute fielder, always doing his thing. Almost everything with high performance thing with them name, he's always there and thereabout. Because they always see him as a quality spinner. But even when he took the wickets, you guys will maybe remember me saying that, even though he got those wickets against South Africa, there are still a couple of things that they need to, he needs to sort out. But I think he's getting there. So I am hoping that he will play. You understand? Now we know how it goes. As a leg spinner, if you are not performing, your confidence is going to go. You're not going to give the ball any time to fly to do its thing. You're going to run in and try and rip the ball and bowl the ball hard, and then that's where you're going to get beat all over the place. So you see, as I said, if you show confidence in him and he go there and probably get a good start, then who to tell? It might be very difficult to play. You understand? So it's there to be seen. Oh, that hard ball says sports to the bone. That's the time, and we know it wouldn't be picked, but you don't know there's no time, and you know it wouldn't get picked. Well, I must narrow the matter.
And for Hayden Walsh, another cricketer that is really working on his game as well is Romare Shepherd. Like, previously he was way over and he was kind of out of start, but he's a good comeback. And
wasn't my favorite.
Yeah, man. But I mean, he probably didn't do enough to get into this World Cup team. But I want to see that man continue being there because Dwayne Bravo is gonna retire, and we need to have bowlers to be there to carry on, and we need to see batsmen coming through because Chris Gayle is on his way out and stuff. Yeah. And Pollard don't have a lot of time left in West Indies cricket either, So we continuously want to see quality youngsters. And if Azar Joseph tonight was good against the Talawas, I mean, he has underachieved, but he's always going to be there and thereabout.
And you see, I can't tell you, Romaro Shepherd, this one really hit him enough because he thought that he would have put in a couple of good enough performances to be selected. Because I checked his Facebook page, you understand, and I saw where he put up a message, as I was saying a little bit earlier, and a lot of his friends are really commenting and letting him know that boy just continue to put in the work, might have not achieved what he would have wanted, no, but he's just, you can see that he's down. But as I say, Blackwood, he has really improved. You guys would know that I was not a big fan of this man, because I've always seen him as another all-rounder coming through, somebody that just comes and play half and half cricket. But I must say, I am really impressed with the work that he has done throughout the CPL. What I want to see him do now is when he gets a chance in West Indies colours, just repeat the same sort of performance. And who to tell, they might start pushing him. There are other all-rounders that were pushed for a whole length of time that didn't really do well. So who to tell? So who to tell? He might, if he put in a couple of good performances, he might be able to get some opportunity.
It's just past 2 o'clock here in England, London, yes, sir. So I'm gonna make a move in a few minutes. How long you on the live for this evening? I was get some sleep for the school run.
I was just about to tell you guys that I am about to ask you for your closing statements after 2 over there in England. All right, go ahead with your closing arguments for me, Richard.
Well, I was pleasantly surprised. I've not followed the CPL too closely this year, but I must say I was excited and the juices were running when I saw you drop the video for the West Indies team being announced. I've seen the Indian team being announced. I've seen the England team being announced, which I've not seen in its entirety. You've told me Mr. Stokes is not going to be there, and
he's not there.
He's not there. Wow, that's a bold omission. I know he's had some mental issues, so that's a real big decision. But England, I can tell you from over here, they still are very confident of putting up a great performance. But I am also equally optimistic that West Indies can give a great account of themselves. The key question for me will be how well they think inside and outside the box, how well they adjust to being more than just power hitters. So
exactly,
yeah. So that's the big thing. But we've got a great chance of making waves. And Michael Vaughan, I'll just add this little caveat, this little tidbit. Michael Vaughan, the former England captain, he said something very interesting. And he said it with West Indies in mind earlier this year. And I think it was during the IPL tournament. He said the West Indies were one of the teams that will be at the vanguard of actually throwing up and tearing up the rule book when it comes to T20 cricket. He made a point that, while we say taking the singles can be important, turning twos into threes, when it goes right for teams who have got batsmen who can blast, you can hit a couple of sixes in an over, no problem, and you can keep going at 4-4-4 for 20 overs and produce scores. And I think he said one day 300 will be a total that people will be getting. Well, he said if sometime soon, and my thought now is, I wonder if those West Indian guys picked up on what Michael Vaughan was saying and think that they're going to be history makers by tearing up and joining that rule book revision that Michael Vaughan suggested. I don't think it's going to be this World Cup campaign, and I hope they don't believe it. But I hope what they do is use the strengths of their bowling and batting and experience, because they're much in demand in the IPL circuit.
Exactly.
And I hope that they can deliver. But it's going to be a roller coaster ride. I think that will be definite. So, that's my closing statement.
All right. Very well put, Richard, as per usual. Very well put. Blackwood, you want to give us your closing statement? Blackwood drop asleep. All right, we soon come back to Blackwood. Mr. Lover, you there?
We're there.
All right, good.
Yeah.
I mean, you're there. Jamaica talking that, you catch him talking to you.
One love.
All right, go ahead, my boss.
It's going to be tough acts, but Ross and Chase must play all matches in the World Cup. And once he does and he plays the role well, we should be able to win and become the first ever three-time back-to-back World Cup champions.
All right, my boss. Rasta and Chase as usual. What you mean? All right, Marlon, the man from the Clarendon. Close off with a statement.
Well, you can't get everything you ask for. You can only hope to get some. Chase was in the squad. We got that one. Been calling out for that. We got Darren Bravo, didn't answer him. But I don't think his selection will matter much in the grand scheme of things. All right, we hope not. But I'm very confident going into the World Cup. And
looks good.
We will see.
leaving them on edge, I see.
The next live, I'll give you my 11.
All right. Next live, we might be able to. Hold on. When in the video that I'll do tomorrow morning, I'll let you know if we can go live tomorrow evening, and then we will take all the 11s there.
Right.
So just hold it, Mr. Lover. Blackwood, you there?
Yeah, man, I'm here, man.
All right, closing statement.
Yeah, in closing, I don't have all the players that I would have wanted, but I think we have enough. We have enough players. And if our players just don't overthink it, just play basic cricket, get the basics right, rotation and strike, and our bowlers work on their variations, ensure that everybody just need to work on the game, work on the catching, because catches win matches, so you can't forget that. Exactly. As long as they work on their basics and the play as well as we know they all can play, we have a good chance. We know that England and India, and there are some teams that are really have an edge over us right now, being honest, But the ball is rolling, as I say, and if you come out and play good cricket, you can win the game, even with a higher caliber team. So I'm hoping that my team will just come out and just play good cricket. Don't watch the face, Just come out and play good cricket.
All right. So, and in closing, I basically agree with everything that was said just now by each of the guys there. You understand? So all in all, generally speaking, good squad. As Marlon said, one or two things we didn't get. You understand that we would have wanted. We got something that we didn't want, but we're gonna have to work with it because just so the thing go. And we just hope that the guys, that the senior players especially, will go out there and lead from the front, and they will cover all the basics. We don't want anybody taking any single and running and jamming down the bat and doing all sort of madness. We want people covering all. We don't want to give anybody any opportunity. If we are going to be beaten, we need to get beaten because the next team was excellent or outstanding. You understand? We don't want it to be because we are falling short, and we will fall short because teams are actually better than the old players. But we don't want to fall short in the sense that they didn't cover the basic things. So that is it where my thoughts are concerned. And as per usual, maybe early tomorrow morning, you will get a video. Currently, 1.5 over 22 for 1, right? And Duplessis was just dismissed. So 22 for 1, 1.5 over is where we sign out, guys. Thanks once again to all the persons that came on: Marlon, Blackwood, Richard, Mr. Lover, and who else? Those are all the persons that came on. You understand? And for all the persons that are in the comment section commenting away, even though I didn't get a chance to read all of them, we always appreciate the thing. Zin, we are up. Pick up on yourself. Little more.
Little more. One love.
Every time.
Am I supposed to do one? One about